m'attendiez.
Pourquoi vous attendrais-je?
Je vous ai moi-même attendu longtemps.
Dans vos rêves?
Last Year at Marienbad is an experimental film directed by French director Alain Resnais in 1961. It is one of the representative works of the French New Wave movement and is hailed as the climax of the New Wave. The uniqueness of the film lies in its breaking of the linear time narrative, employing a large number of long shots and repetitive scenes, and transporting the audience into a confusing and uncertain world. This film, with its unique narrative structure and visual effects, has become one of the most iconic and controversial works in the history of cinema. The film delves deeply into complex themes such as the ambiguity of memory and identity, the relativity of time, and the interweaving of reality and fiction through non-linear narrative, stream of consciousness techniques, and unique visual skills. This bold innovation not only enriches the forms of expression in film and television art, but also opens up new possibilities for film narrative, which has significant implications for the development of modern experimental films. Today we will explore how Resnais and cinematographer Sacha Werny used composition to transform films into a visual maze of time and consciousness. The first impression the film gives is its extraordinary symmetry. The long corridor, mirror walls, and perfectly balanced interior dominate the entire picture. The film makes extensive use of the one-point perspective. Long corridors and garden paths are strictly controlled on the axis of symmetry, forming a visual geometric order. The characters stand precisely at the center or along the building's axis, or are framed by the architectural structure doors, windows, columns, mirrors, as if placed within a stage setting, as if positioned by a painter rather than a director. This symmetry creates a ritualistic rhythm, as if time were repeating itself endlessly. The stillness of these compositions gives the impression of a museum exhibition, freezing the figures in a world without progress. They are trapped in this perfect order, reflecting their inability to escape from memory or certainty, symbolizing the character's loss in order, and also suggesting the cycle and suppression of memory. Symmetry solidifies time, while the diagonal infuses it with movement and tension. From the tiled floor and staircase to the garden path, the entire scene is built on an inclined perspective. These diagonals draw our gaze into the depths of the image, but they never reach a stable destination. This effect is disturbing. It is a visual metaphor for fragmented memories and psychological imbalance. The camera often follows these lines, creating the illusion of movement in an infinite space, as if the characters are wandering in their own memories, never reaching the truth. Resnais and Werny use deep focusing to keep every layer of space the foreground, the middle and the background very clear. This creates a stage-like artificial sense, with each character feeling deliberately placed. Sometimes, one character is moving while others remain still, as if they exist in different time layers. This technique visualizes the central tension of the film, the coexistence of memory and the present. The audience's gaze freely shuttles through the picture, attempting to connect people and objects that might not even belong to the same moment. In many scenes, the characters stand motionless, arranged just like those in a painting. This composition of the picture causes the time within the frame to pause. The still background contrasts sharply with the slow movement of the camera, creating a strange balance between dynamics and numbness. These statue-like poses suggest that the characters are trapped in their own mental images. The actors are reenacting an eternal performance in the theater of memory. In Last Year in Marienbad, The composition of the camera is not merely a visual style, it is the story itself. Through symmetry, diagonals, and deep focus, René constructed a maze of perception. Each frame turns into a question. Do we see reality, memory, or imagination? By transforming the cinematic space into a psychological architecture, René turned composition into the language of thought, a mysterious and unforgettable visual poem about the instability of time and memory.